I remember this day exactly, January 1st, 2022, exactly 1 year ago. I was so excited to be entering 2022. So excited because so many things were going to happen. Drilling on Oracle, the AOL, attorney opinion letter on Voxter. So excited. And 2022, even though those things came, Oracle's drilling all year. We got the blue sky potential opportunity on Voxter. None of this mattered. 2022 turned out to be the worst year since 2008. Like, it was just an absolute devastation. And so now we're entering 2023. I don't think it's a good idea for me to be excited. I think it's better if I don't feel excited, then maybe the year will turn out to be better. And from what I'm reading right now, everybody seems to be thinking that 2023 will also be really bad. That's probably a good sign. But we don't really have a choice. We're entering 2023, and we'll see what happens. But now, if we look back, for example, how, our stocks, my stocks, your stocks, how they performed. And, let's put things in perspective a little bit because it's very easy to, point fingers. But let's take a look at some things. Tesla, the biggest darling of all darlings, right? From the peak, down 70%. PayPal, from the peak, down 77%. PayPal, 77%. Amazon also was the darling of the pandemic, down almost 55%. Meta, right? Facebook, down 70%, and it was down more than 70% on the dip here. Zoom, that one was a darling too, right? Everybody was going to be zooming. Down 88%, almost 90%. We're talking about big companies, right? So we can be sitting there and pointing fingers and feeling bad about how our portfolios performed. But let's put this thing in perspective. This is during an environment where those big companies were absolutely decimated. And we were coming out of the go-go days. I mean, let's not forget. People were buying crypto to protect themselves against inflation. Worthless crypto. People were buying pictures of monkeys, NFTs, to make money. This is where we came from. As much as it hurts how 2022 turned out, man, I mean, this correction is absolutely needed because it was out of control. It was out of control what was happening in the market. The kind of stocks that were going up, the kind of worthless assets that people were piling in. I mean, it was just out of control. So now, because this crash happened and we paid the price for everybody else's stupidity, at least you can have an opportunity to heal from here. And also, look at the uncertainty. I talked to somebody the other day, and he said, look, we are in such an uncertain market that we haven't seen in so many years. We just came out of, the biggest pandemic. Then we got a war. Then we got the Fed raising interest rates in a way that it hasn't done since the 80s, right? The markets are on pin and needles. The anxiety is through the roof. So entering 2023, we got to decide on our own, what kind of investors are we? Again, so many times I said to people, You know, everybody loves to quote Warren Buffett: be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. Very nice quote. People like to say it, but very few people can follow. What kind of environment are we, and what kind of environment have we been? I think it's pretty clear that everybody else is really, really fearful. Yeah, I think it's pretty freaking clear. So we can choose, to cry, close ourselves in the closet, and be crying and feel like victims, or we can be aggressive. We can do the best we can with the gifts and opportunities that the market is giving us. Because you can be angry, you can point fingers, you can go to the YouTube section of this video and tell me how stupid I am, blah, 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 blah. Or you can be greedy when others are fearful, and you can take the gift that the market is giving and, take advantage of the market, Talking about the gift, today is a special day. Do you know what this guy, Charlie Munger, this guy, Yazan, that I interviewed for Aduro Clean Technologies, and me have in common? Today's a special day. Can you imagine? We all share the same birthday, which is today. Charlie Munger today turned 99 years old. And so I am very proud to be sharing today's birthday with somebody like Charlie, somebody like Yazan. I am in a very good company. Anyway, so talking about the gifts, I did an update on microcap explosions on one of the ideas yesterday, and we have 18 ideas on microcap explosions right now. And I was just blown away by one of the companies that we have on MCE. And everyone is different. But so the stock is down like 95% from its peak, right? 95% from its peak. The company grew revenues 100x over the last, I think it was 15 years, okay? So the stock before crashing, it went 30x. It went 30x in less than 12 months when the market got its aha moment, and then the company showed finally bottom line and profitability, because over the prior years, it was just building and building and building and sacrificing the current profitability. And then it showed the profitability, and boom, the stock went up 30x in less than 12 months. And since then, the stock is down like 95 or 96%, right? And I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, this is absolutely insane. Like 85% of the market cap is in cash. The company is trading for one-time revenues, and the revenues are growing. And right now, the company is in a transition because it's phasing out its legacy product, and it's phasing in its new technology that just developed like a couple years ago, right? Couple years ago, new technology. And then that technology, like now, represents 50% of the company's revenue. So everybody is switching from the legacy to the new technology. So they're not losing any clients. And then new clients are signing up for this new technology. And the CEO was saying in a conference call that he likes to sit in demonstrations, right? Client demonstrations, because he likes to see how the clients get absolutely blown away by what this product can do for them, because there's nothing like this on the market. This product is literally changing the way this business is being done in this particular industry. So he just likes to sit in to see the reaction of the clients, how they're just blown away. So the revenues are just growing like crazy. It went from obviously zero, and then the portion of these companies of these divisions or these technologies revenues in relation to the entire revenues of the company went from like one quarter it was like 11%, 17%, 27%, 28, 33, 36, 45, and then he said on a conference call that it will be over 50% by Q4, right? And I'm thinking like it's probably going to be 75% or 80% by the end of 2023, and the market is giving investors a gift. It's like it's amazing technology, and the stock is trading at 1 times revenues, and they have no debt, and 80% of the market cap is in cash sitting in the bank. It is just mind blowing. But these are the kinds of gifts that the market is giving you. So I don't know about you, but I would be taking up advantage of opportunities like this, and talking about opportunities and talking about gifts. If I were you, I would seriously look at microcap explosions. Yeah, I'm going to do the Meet Kevin here. I'm not very promotional on this channel. But if you are serious about investing and making money, I would consider microcap explosions, especially now that so many companies have been absolutely decimated when it comes to the stock price. The probability of buying stocks today and making a lot of money is a lot higher than was buying stocks in 2021, 2022, when everybody was bullish on everything, right? So I would seriously consider it. And for that, I'm going to take the link to a better price for microcap explosions and put it in the description below. Now, I don't want everybody to be joining. Like, I don't want people that don't understand the markets, okay? Like, if I have to push you, if I have to explain to you that it's probably a good idea to be buying when nobody else wants to buy, if I have to explain this to you, don't join. Like, I want people that already know this. I want people that get excited when, for example, an opportunity like I just told you gets cheaper, because they know that the lower it goes, the more margin of safety there is. I want people that get excited. I don't want people that cry and point fingers and say, oh, you were wrong because the stock price went down, in an environment where when Amazon's, Netflix, Zoom's, PayPal's are all down 70%, right? I don't want those kinds of people, okay? Now, I want to talk about two other things, because I want to talk about my two best ideas that are not on this YouTube channel, that it looks like one of them is already turned out to be an incredible success, and the other one, it's just on the cusp of just taking off. And both of them are private companies. And I don't know if you remember me talking about how I got a phone call and jumped on the plane to look at a company, and I'm gonna say they are in the, smoking. I don't want to say the word, because YouTube is gonna be like, oh, it's age restricted, you can't say these words. So, that kind of business. So I remember making a video about it, how I got a phone call, I got on the plane, they needed to raise like $1 million because natural gas generator broke and they couldn't grow, right? So through MCE, we injected $1 million. the valuation of the company was $4 million. We got in at 25 cents. About 2 weeks ago, somebody offered to buy out the company for about 67 cents. So close to 3 times what we paid for it. They already got a buyout offer. And of course, the management didn't accept it because it's not even close to what this company is worth. As of now, because of, as part of our involvement, they're making about $50,000 a week in profit right now, okay? So $50,000 a week is like 2.5 million of profit. Remember, we paid $4 million market cap for it, right? So you can say that it's already worth 10 times what we paid for it, right? That's why they don't want to accept. But the crazy thing is that the money that we injected the company with was for the natural gas generator to produce electricity to grow. It was also to build a dispensary. The dispensary hasn't been even finished. And it will be finished in February, right? And they're already generating about 2.5 million of profit, and we paid 4 million for it. When the dispensary is built, oh my God. The dispensary is on a major highway, major road, 200,000 cars go by every day. And it is one of 3 dispensaries in the state of California that is allowed to have a drive-through. I mean, the excitement around this drive-through and the dispensary in that city is just through the roof. Like, they want to put them, it's going to be like a landmark. They want to put them on the radio, like free advertising, because it's like, oh my goodness, dispensary with a drive-through. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they make another 5 million of profit from a dispensary like this on a major highway when there's cities around that are not allowed to have dispensaries. So you think about that. 8 million of profit, and then you sell it for, let's say, 15 times. And we paid 4 for it. 30 times our money. Maybe they get less, 20 times our money. That was one of the best investments of 2022, right? And that is unfortunately what you guys are missing by not being part of Microcap Explosions. So I'm doing Meet Kevin here. I think I'm allowed to do Meet Kevin on my freaking birthday because I'm telling you, take advantage of the opportunities, okay? Take advantage of this opportunity because you might not ever get this kind of opportunity again. The second idea that I want to talk about is, so the two people that, or the same people that are involved in that company that I just told you about are also involved, or there's overlap in another company. And I remember we were having a call because when I was doing my due diligence for that company, I looked at so many different things because it was risky. I never did anything like this. I looked at the value of the land, and I asked them to provide me with appraisals for this land, that land, and all of this was like, just the land alone was worth more than what we were paying. So there was a lot of margin of safety. And I remember the guy talking about, he's like, as much as this idea is good and it has margin of safety, it has, cash flow, this, and that, the other one that we're doing is like out of this world. And it's actually turning out to be like this. And I'm hoping that both of these ideas at some point will be on YouTube when they become public, because they're still private companies. But we're literally waiting for one letter from Argentina And then this second idea is just going to be out of this mind, okay? And it's actually World Cup, because Argentina won the World Cup, is the reason why we didn't get this one letter yet. Because everybody as Argentina is partying and getting drunk, right? Because they haven't won the soccer World Cup since 1986, and now they just won. So everybody's like on vacation. But anyway, I'm telling you this for two reasons. One, of course, is because this is what happens when you take investments and opportunities when nobody else wants to go. Okay, and now these two opportunities are unique because they're private. So you don't have a stupid Mr. Market every day quoting you the price. Oh, you know, this company is not worth anything because the Fed raised interest rates, blah, blah, blah. So you get a lot of that craziness out of the way, right? But at the end of the day, value is value, okay? When you're buying something, you have a greater probability of making money when there's few people bidding and competing with you. But this doesn't mean that the price can't go down, right? Like the first opportunity that I just showed you about, that 80% of the market cap is in cash, and then their technology or one division is revolutionary, is changing the industry. Yeah, this didn't stop the stock from going 50% since I wrote about it, right? So it's like, just because it's a good idea, just because you don't have a lot of people bidding against you, doesn't mean it can't get cheaper, right? And so if you want to be part of Microcap Explosions, you have to understand that. I'm not going to be, spending time and explaining this because it's exhausting. So anyway, this is it. I'm already at the 20-something minute mark. Take this as a gift, okay? I have a feeling that 2023 is going to be much better than people are expecting. And I'm afraid to say that. I'm afraid to enter 2023. But that's probably a good thing that I'm afraid. When I'm excited as I was for 2022, it didn't turn out that well. So anyway, Happy New Year, and thanks for watching.